quick access 360 camera button, but unfortunately doesn't work at speed, only at slow speeds when parking.
But I love it because we have a steep hill coming up and we've got 3 cats at home.
Yes.
And so I turn it on when we're going up so I can see way up there, make sure.
You mean just looking at the sky isn't helpful to you when
it's not helpful.
Parking at our house?
It's not helpful. In fact, it's what my nightmares are made of.
Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think this could be our next vehicle if we were in the market, because it's really good. We are in the updated 2025 Hyundai IONIQ 5 in the top limited all-wheel drive trim vehicle Holly and I got to drive while in California earlier this year. And now we're getting to sample it on our home turf. How does it fit our family of 3? Would we buy it? What are her thoughts? All that is coming later in this video. All right, Holly. We've had several experiences in the IONIQ. Most recently, Hyundai flew us out to California to test it on the Palms to Pines highway, testing it up in the mountains, freezing rain, all that. But now we are back home on our normal test loop, in our normal lives. You've been living with this one for a while, so I am very interested to get your thoughts and opinions. But we will start outside. Small exterior upgrades for 2025. What are your thoughts on the look of the IONIQ 5?
Well, I love the look of the IONIQ 5. It looks futuristic without being cheesy,
Yes.
I guess. It's definitely a different design than anything else that you see on the road currently, which you know how I love unique looking cars anyways.
I do.
It's turned several heads since I've been in it, for sure. Just from people being like, what is this car from the style?
Yeah.
You know, I like the sharp edges. But when I say that, I feel like you think of a sports car and it's not exactly like that. They used it in a different, unique way, like down the side. That makes it really fun. And then the silver lines make it nice.
Kind of give it a little bit of class on the exterior when you've got silver accents instead of like gloss black everywhere, for instance.
Sure. Well, gloss black isn't that bad on the outside. You got some on the mirrors here.
Yeah.
And this is the white one, but
yes,
they make different colors.
Yes. All right. So very good exterior.
Very good.
About the interior, we've got the green interior.
I really like this interior. I like the cream. I like the green. This little material that's right here,
looks like
whatever
rock,
that is.
stone, but yeah, very clean look to the interior. Not over styled, very simple in here. But I love how Hyundai's not afraid to use color.
They're not afraid to use color, and it is a simple style in here, but it's thoughtfully designed where it's not boring.
Yeah.
But also using materials that are different.
Yeah. So we've got a little texture here, green texture here, gray here, green here, cream here. We've got cloth.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
look.
you don't have to go crazy to make your interior look interesting.
Yeah. I think it's well done. A mixture of colors, textures, and materials. That all works very well. Tucker, how's your space back there in the back seat?
Pretty much room.
Yeah, you've got a lot of room back there?
Yeah.
What do you think we should talk about next?
Putting in my child safety seat.
And then we can talk way back storage, up front storage, before we come in here to talk storage. Before I bring in Tucker's Graco Extend-to-Fit child safety seat, the same one he's been riding in since he was rear facing, I do want to talk about the adult space back here in the back. What is it like for real life adults? First, I do want to call out, we do have reclining seats here, but this is the most upright position of the back seat. I can already tell you it's not comfortable, but we will climb in, sit behind myself here where I've been riding for this entire video, and you can see plenty of room. Hard plastic seat back here, mat pocket, a little bit of power, a little bit of storage, a little bit of air conditioning all back here, so that is nice and comfortable. Go ahead and close the door here because I can talk about also we have 2-stage heated outboard seats, and we do have some sunshades that cover nearly the entire window back here. So all of that is very nice, but let's go ahead and lean this seat back and recline. Now I've got a nice view out of the massive glass roof up above me. Since it doesn't open, it is just one sheet of glass and no obstructions for that divider line between an opening portion and a fixed portion. It's just a nice clear view. Plenty of room back here, but if I needed more room back in the back, I can grab the metal handle underneath the seat here and slide the seat forward quite a bit. You can see it goes a little bit further forward, but does not lock into place. So this is as far forward as it gets, and you can see just how much I've moved it. And I'm still comfortable enough back here. And now we have more room for the rear cargo back in the back if that was needed. But we'll go ahead and slide that back, grab the door handle, and slide out because I do want to bring in Tucker's Graco Extend-A-Fit child safety seat. We'll go ahead and put it in its rear-facing format and show you that, yes, because of the long wheelbase of this EV platform, there's plenty of space. You don't need to move the front seat forward at all. You just put the rear-facing car seat in, boom, voila, you've got space. And then when your child grows up, you can turn it around and simply drop the top tether back behind there. We're actually gonna lean that forward and allow that to drop down because we do have the retractable cargo shade back there. We do have lower latch points. They are in between the seat back and the seat bottom. They are a little snug in between there, but it does attach very easily here for our car seat. Very simply tighten this down from the side. When I have reclining seats, I typically try and get them as snug as possible from that aspect. Then we can close the door here, come around, open the power rear lift gate, and talk about that rear top tether. You can see we do have top tethers all the way across all 3 seats, but we only have the lower latch points for the outboard seats. I am gonna have to fish this back up and over the rear cargo shade, but you can see nice firm corner here. It doesn't look like I am going to be doing any long-term damage to these H-Tex seating surfaces. But there you go, a quick and easy install of the child seat in the back, and then plenty of cargo space back here. It is a nice roomy rear cargo area. You can see, yes, we do have that cargo shade where you can hide stuff underneath from prying eyes, or you can simply just retract that out of the way. Really do like those. We do have some additional storage underneath this bifold cover. You can see that's where we keep all of our adapters for charging because this has the new NAX plug. All that is kept under here, but you can actually pull this out and slide it into those slots for all of your storage back here. So you can see that's a front license plate bracket right there. Tire mobility kit because we do not have a spare on this one, but just a little additional storage back here, which is nice. This is all felt and foam lined for sound deadening, but you can see, yes, we've got some additional electronics underneath the trunk here. So, but you can just simply pop that down, put it in place, and there you go. Lots of room and space. And then our button to close it is right there. Comes down rather quickly after a couple of beeps, just letting you know to get out of the way. So we've talked interior, we've talked storage after doing his child safety seat, but what about the storage in where we live up here in the front? There's some unique design elements, like the giant handhold that goes all the way that you can put anything in the whole way down to this little island here where you've already got your phone situated on a moving center console. But what are your thoughts?
Got the big thing down there. At least they covered the big hole where your jug goes.
Yeah, and then you've got the center console there. But yeah, you've got this big area here where we actually put to-go containers of food in on
and
our
I've
trip.
been putting my purse there.
Yep.
My mom rode around with me on Saturday, and she put her purse there. We put both of our purses there.
And then, I mean, you could
put it down there too.
Put your purse there.
Put a
There's
bigger one.
storage down there
Choices.
with USB-C ports. There's Qi wireless charger. I mean, very unique interior storage options. Just the fact that this moves forward and back, very unique.
Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. I like what they've done. I'd say the only thing I would have to say is, I don't know if you've noticed this, but this little thing,
Yeah.
I'm like, does it come up? Because it looks like it's sinking in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
I
It
mean,
looks a little, I don't love it. I don't love the rubber.
Well, just put your phone there and don't think about it.
Don't think about it.
But yeah, there is that. And then we've got two 12.3-inch screens, so digital car, digital gauge cluster here. And we are getting better anticipated range than what the EPA rates this at. I guess the EPA messed up because we're getting over 300.
I am just a very efficient driver.
You are. We're getting over 300 miles of estimated range at 99% in this. They rated it at 269, so that's not accurate. But we have an 84 kilowatt hour battery. It's bigger. It's got a little bit different chemistry, so it charges faster. So that's been nice. But yeah, full digital screen here, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, head-up display. You've already been messing with the rear view camera mirror. I will say the camera is outside the vehicle and I've had to clean it off with my hand. It's not great. It should either be behind the glass or have a washer that can spray it.
Did you say 2-person memory?
No, I did not.
2-person memories. And then I like all the buttons right here.
Yep. So we have heated and ventilated
Used all of them.
seats up here, heated steering wheel, quick access 360 camera button, but unfortunately doesn't work at speed, only at slow speeds when parking.
But I love it because we have a steep hill coming up and we've got 3 cats out.
Yes.
And so I turn it on when we're going up so I can see way up there, make sure.
You mean just looking at the sky isn't helpful to you when
It's not helpful.
parking at our house?
It's not helpful. In fact, it's what my nightmares are made of.
All right, so you said 2-person memory seats, heated and ventilated seats, but how is seat comfort?
Seat comfort is nice.
Real leather, fake leather?
Fake.
Yep. H-Tex is what they call it.
But you do have, did you say heated and ventilated? We have heated and ventilated. It is a little bit on the firmer side, but they're comfortable.
Yeah.
I've spent some time in this one.
Yep. And then that one has the relaxation mode where it reclines and you've got your leg rest that comes out. So you can get really comfortable over there while you are charging your EV battery, which depending on how you're plugged up via the NAX port or the CCS adapter, can take 20 to 30 minutes to go from 10 to 80%, which is actually quite impressive. Around here, for us, with a family of 3, we've determined from actual real-life trips that that's about the time it takes for all 3 of us to go inside, use the restroom, wash hands, and get back out to the car and get buckled in. So pretty good on the charging front. How is the driving there behind the wheel?
The driving is so nice and easy and smooth. It's an EV, so you know you don't have to wait for the
transmission to
shift to get up and go.
Yeah.
So I like that. And this Saturday for Mother's Day, I wanted to go garage sale shopping as my activity. And my mom joined us, right? And she was like, oh, just hop in the car with me. I'll drive. I was like, we are not driving your car. We are going to drive the IONIQ. And she was like, oh, okay, whatever. So we get in the IONIQ. We're driving around for about 45 minutes. And she's like, I see now why you wanted to get in this way. And I'm like, exactly. We're riding in comfort and style.
Yes. So instantaneous torque and power. Like you said, you don't have to wait for the transmission. Long wheelbase with a low center of gravity, so it rides very smoothly over everything. You've got that extra long wheelbase that kind of helps make it feel like a bigger car than it really is. The wheelbase on this is longer than their Palisade 3-row crossover, so that's impressive. But as we're turning on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas here, we can see how Tucker's wobbly head is and what your thoughts are on the ride comfort. So Tucker, how is your wobbly head?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Holly, your thoughts?
Pretty good.
Yep. It all translates very well to just smoothing it out.
Biggest bump.
That was the biggest one on this road. You can hear it, but I mean, it doesn't beat you up or anything like that. So we've been in all kinds of vehicles down this road, including supercars, and this is handling it with aplomb. So we've talked power's good, ride and handling's good, interior's good, exterior's good. What about visibility?
Good-ish.
Good-ish. Okay.
I mean, I
elaborate.
guess I've kind of flipped this guy back and forth.
Okay.
I will tell you, I'm already skeptical of this guy anyway.
Yeah, the rear view camera
Yes.
mirror.
And I was backing out of our driveway, and there was a car parked on the street parallel.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm backing out, I knew that car was there because it parks there a lot. You cannot see it in this backup camera. And then when I had like the regular mirror on, it was too dark because it was really early in the morning. So, I mean, if I didn't know that car parked there, I could have definitely backed into it.
Well, you do have the 360 parking sensors in this with automatic emergency braking and things like that. So you do have some extra backup things.
But it is interesting to note that even with the camera, there are blind spots.
Yeah. Interesting.
You should look behind you with your head, as I always do, and you make fun of me.
In addition to, you mentioned blind spots, we have the blind spot cameras when you put your blinker on in this. You also get visual warnings that people are in your blind spot. They're on your head-up display, which you and I both love, a good head-up display. So, I mean, there are things baked into this that can help you drive. But yes, you should always be cognizant of your surroundings in every way possible. The driver is the person in charge first and foremost, not the engineers and all the technological equipment. So always pay attention to what you're doing.
For sure.
But, all right, so decent visibility, good style, inside and out, good practicality. What else do we need to talk about? Fuel economy, I guess. That is where I feel we as a nation are dropping the ball on how we talk about EVs. We talk about range and how far it can go on a single charge, but we don't really talk about its efficiency in the process. Already mentioned, the EPA says this one will go 269 miles on a full charge. We saw 322 when we unplugged it to leave the house. So that is clearly not right. But what I can tell you, 84 kilowatt hour battery, you are currently getting 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour. So you can go a ways in this one. They are EPA rating it at 108 mpge city, 88 highway, and 34 kilowatt hours per 100 miles, which again, I think we should use that number right there, 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour, because you know how big a kilowatt hour battery you've got.
Yeah, and as we've said before, if the majority of your driving is not, you don't have a huge commute every day, this would be, for as much as we drive, but we don't commute like long distances every day, we could totally have an EV.
Yes, and in fact, I've barely charged this one this week. I charged it today before we took this, just so I could see what it was like at 100%. Glad I did.
And I've driven it a lot.
You have, and we don't need to charge it much because it's just not that necessary. But if you are on a road trip and you need to, again, standard NACS port, first non-Tesla to have that integrated into the side, and 20 to 30 minutes to go, 10 to 80% depending on how and where you're plugged in. So, nicely done. All right, Tucker, now it's your turn.
Okay. What's on price?
57.
Pretty close.
What is it, bud? 58?
59.785.
$59,785. As this one is equipped, it is fully loaded. It's got everything on it. The only additional things would be like dealer add-ons, so we could get storage solutions and things like that back in the bag. But generally speaking, this is as low as you're going to get, right at $60,000.
I love it.
Yeah. Even at that price?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, it translates very well. And then things that you can take into consideration is you do get complimentary maintenance, 3 years, 36,000 miles on this, which your maintenance looks different in an EV. You don't have oil changes.
Right.
The brakes don't wear as quickly because of regenerative braking. So there's less regular maintenance on this to begin with. Plus you get 3 year, 36,000 mile regularly scheduled maintenance baked into the cost.
Yeah.
So
win-win.
Yep. Win-win.
I mean, I really like it. I would love driving this car every day.
Yeah.
I would love owning this car.
There you go.
I have loved this car.
She's going to be very sad when it departs us tomorrow afternoon.
I am. It's one of those cars that I'm like, I feel at home. Yeah. I just get in and I feel at home. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If we were in the market for a vehicle, we would be looking at the Hyundai family of brands.
Yep. If you want to know more from Holly, what she's writing about, what she's doing, go find her on Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find Tucker has a YouTube channel at Tucker's Talk, or you can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it, everything at GT Garage Talk. Or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com where you can read more about these vehicles, see our pictures, things like that, links to everything from there. But as for us, and perhaps the best EV that we've tested regularly here on this channel. Until next time, gearheads.
Bye.